This is James Rogers from iSource.com, and this is a video review of Vaja's new Nuova Pelle case, which loosely translated means new skin. As you can see, this is a fairly simple one-piece design leather case made from fine Argentinian leather. It's what Vaja terms as bridge leather. It undergoes a very rustic, natural tanning process that involves, I believe, vegetable oil, and it leaves the leather with a very natural and a little bit of a rough texture at first. They say on their product page on the Vaja website that it undergoes a bit of a breaking in period, and I can attest to this. The leather was a little on the rough side when I first got the case out of the box, but it has definitely smoothed out, especially here on the hinge where it's received the most wear so far from opening and closing. But overall, I'd say the case has definitely smoothed out a little bit since I first received it. As you can see here, I got the Forest Night model, which is green, sort of an olive green, very nice, pleasing color. The design itself is fairly simple, just a small Vaja logo embedded in metal on the front. Like colored hand stitching, which is very even and accurate both inside and out. Again, it's a one single piece of leather. You can see here on the inside we have the Vaja lettered logo stamped diagonally on the inside of the case. Small leather hinge, and the back, which has an adhesive backing, which we'll get to in a second, and a camera cutout, and then a very small embossed Vaja logo on the back of the case. The installation of the iPhone is very simple. The best way I've seen, and the way that Vaja recommends, is to lay your iPhone out on the front of the case and simply close over the back and press it down to even it out. And we are back and attached. And as you can see, the attachment is secure and very quick, and it is reusable. I have removed my iPhone several times from the Nuova Pelle with no issues and no residue. And I am using a rear screen protector on the rear skin on the back of the device from Best Skins Ever, and it has caused no damage to the skin, which is a big plus for me and other users who prefer to have a little bit of extra protection on the device. And in fact, as you can see, since the edges using this case are left a little bit exposed, a skin might be a good idea when using the Nuova Pelle. It does a great job of giving just a little bit of extra protection to the back and to the screen of your device. This case is obviously geared more toward folks that either carry their device naked or just want a minimal amount of protection for their device. It definitely complements the iPhone 5 in the fact that it is so thin. In fact, this is definitely the thinnest leather case I've ever seen, and it pulls that off using two features. First of all, the aforementioned adhesive. Because of that, there's no clasp system or any kind of holder mechanism that has to be fashioned from leather, which typically adds thickness to most leather cases. And the other is a nice innovative feature we're used to on the iPad, a magnetic closure. And it's a fairly strong closure for such a small device. If I hold the front flap within about a 1/4 inch, it will securely snap down pretty instantly. And it's strong enough that if I hold the device upside down, it does not flop open. So, a very secure magnetic closure, and again, no front clasp system because that closure is there, and it works perfectly well. I've been very pleased with it. In fact, the only thing I dislike about it is the fact that Apple has not included the same automatic on-off functionality in the iPhone that we get in the iPad. Still got to use your standard on-off button. I would love to see Apple add that to future devices for cases like this, because it's a great design and it's something I'd like to see in a lot of other cases as well. So compliments to Vaja on the innovative combination of a couple of features in such a small case. The only very small issues that I found while using the case is that the diagonal Vaja pattern, when you don't have a screen protector at least, tends to leave a little bit of diagonal residue. You don't see it here as much at the moment, but if you look at my review, I've got a couple of pictures. It's a very small thing, very easily wipes away, no permanent residue, but it just does leave some markings because of the indentations. So not a big deal, but something to be aware of. And when using the camera of your device, you will have to bear in mind that when you close the back of the case, or the front of the case over the back of your iPhone, you will have to hold the case open to expose the camera in the back, because there's no cutout here in the front. So something to bear in mind, but again, a very small matter. Very easy to hold the case open, use the camera in the other hand, and you could even still use it in one hand, although it does become a little bit more difficult. And if you need, you can always remove your iPhone simply by peeling it away. I would recommend that if you do this often, that you keep the protective film that comes over the adhesive, so that it doesn't collect dirt and dust that might degrade it. Because if you get enough stuff sticking to that, you're not going to make as good a contact with the surface of your device. So yeah, if it's going to undergo long-term storage, would definitely recommend that you find a way to protect that adhesive backing. The case retails for $80, which for a small case may seem like a lot of money, but I can attest to the fact that Vaja is one of those very, very high quality custom leather case brands that I would definitely put in the top one or two of brands that I've used and seen and had experience with in the past. This is very high quality leather, hand craftsmanship. Yes, it's a $30 to $50 premium over what you would pay for a off-the-shelf kind of leather case, but at the same time, the attention to detail, the design, the craftsmanship, the quality of the leather, you're getting something in return for that money. And the innovative design of the case really kind of speaks for itself, in that it's so thin because of good design. And it just really is a great product overall. For someone who's willing to spend $80 on a case and wants to preserve the thinness and the feel of their iPhone 5, but does want a little bit of extra protection, doesn't mind a case this small, I would highly recommend the Nuova Pelle from Vaja. Great design, great craftsmanship, great product overall.